Hey YouTube, it's Marida from the Nurse Lounge, and today is officially my last day on the floor as a staff nurse. I was on for 6 hours today, and I was down staff this morning. So they called me in 1 hour after the fact, which I cannot stand. I just assumed to come in at the beginning of the shift. But because I live about an hour and 15 minutes away, I'm just now headed in. As you see, it is 8:52 in the morning and we are headed in. So I still have an hour commute to drive, but as you saw in the last video, or anytime I go in late, I'm always gonna go ahead and get me something to eat first. There's no need of me going in late and hungry. That's not happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Chick-fil-A, that's my spot, and get something to eat and then head on into work. So we will see how this last shift goes. I'm actually working for someone. There's a nurse that her daughter is going back to college today, and today was her scheduled day to work, and so she asked me probably about 2 months ago would I work for her, and I told her I could only do 6 hours because I'm no longer committing myself to 12-hour shifts. So this particular nurse, the only reason why I put my 2-week notice in, I put it in time for me to actually honor my word and do what I said I was going to do and work that part of the shift for her. So so she could take her daughter back to college. So, you know, that's what we as nurses do for one another. I wouldn't do it for nobody else. She's just someone who she's been very instrumental in my 14 years at the hospital. And anytime I needed something, you know, she would drive in to help me or whatever. So I'm definitely returning the favor back to her. Otherwise, I could care less about anything else at that hospital. I don't think I'm going to miss it. I was very happy when I got down staff this morning, and then very unhappy when I got the call saying we need you to come in. So I do know for a fact that I'm going to miss certain elements of the hospital, but this off on, you know, you off 1 minute, then you on the next, and then you have to come in. And then every time I come in, and y'all know that from the videos previously, every time I come into some mess. So it's usually never a good thing when I have to come into some mess. So we will see. But anyway, I'm about to head on to Chick-fil-A. As you can see, I'm about to head to Chick-fil-A, and we are going to get breakfast. You can see this is always a line here at Chick-fil-A. Always, always, always. But they do a better job than Walmart in terms of getting people in and out. So we're gonna go do breakfast, and then after that I will head to, while we wait for this line to get through. So I started my job yesterday. My job as a I did new faculty orientation yesterday, and I am loving being on the academia side. I know many people are like, well, you're not gonna make any money. People don't go into education for money. Most people don't. So if you're going into education, you're going into education because you care about educating the future nurses, not because of money. But truth be told, I'm actually going to be making more money in education than I actually will be working as a staff nurse. So that tells you something. So really, for me, it's the best move to make because I don't have to deal with the antics of the hospital, the politics. There's going to be politics in academia, obviously. There's always politics in every job that you have. That's nothing new. But the thing is, I will have a job that's more flexible. I always say that the hospital is not conducive to families, and when you have kids, if you don't really have a lot of help, hospital is not conducive to that. 12-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts, regardless of whether it is day shift, night shift, weekend, holiday, or whatever, you're required to work them. So I'm very happy that I don't have to do this much longer. Today is it. So that's that. I'm looking forward to going into academia full time because, like I said, this will be a moment or a time for me to really do what my degrees allow me to do. Whereas working as a staff nurse is great for the skill set, but it does not allow me, being doctorally prepared, it does not make sense to continue working as a staff nurse as much as I work. Now, if I can find a job to work as a staff nurse less than what I'm working now, I would probably take it. I just don't want to do it all the time. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. But anyway, yeah, yesterday was a great day at my new job. It's virtual, obviously, so I'll be teaching online, which is great. A great way to learn how to do this. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So I'm about to go get my food and eat, and then I will check on with you at the hospital. All right, it is 10:02 in the morning, and I am here. And I just got word that I'm going to labor and delivery today, so we'll see what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna sit over there and look cute because I don't know what they're gonna want me to do over there. I'm not a labor and delivery nurse, so to get called in, not in your own area, to get floated, yeah. Here we go, to get floated to L&D. I forgot my mask. So I gotta go find me a mask just to get through these next 3 hours in labor and delivery. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna be optimistic. My last shift, y'all. Last shift. Third floor. Last time doing that. About to go clock in. Clocked in, 10:04. Let me get some mask. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get some mask. All right, here we go. We're going to labor and delivery. We'll see what happens over here today. I will check back later. Here we go. We are now headed to the antepartum, or the anteroom. This is where we are going to all right, so this is the room in which we have all the masks and things like that. You can see people's names, which I won't show all that, but we have people's masks, the N95s. This is where I get prepped to go into a positive COVID patient's room. So this is what it looks like. We have our gowns, hair, shields, N95s, shoe covers. And this is where I will chart if I happen to need to chart for my patient. So yes, I have a positive COVID patient that I have here in labor and delivery that I'm taking care of. And this is the room that I would get dressed in. So just showing y'all around the unit. That's the back elevator. This is the view of the back. Very beautiful out here. Very beautiful. Great view. This is the bereavement room. So when we have a loss, usually a fetal loss, that's where we house material. They are full. And while I'm here in labor and delivery, I just wanted to show you what a room looks like here when it's set up. This is what our labor and delivery looks like. The beds, the pump, the room. Even their whiteboards are different than ours. The warmer. This is a supply room. There's a warmer right there. This is where we keep all the supplies for a delivery. As you can see, right here, the table is ready. This is what a table looks like. And again, you've never seen this from my videos before because I'm never in labor and delivery. But since I was floated today, I just thought I would show you what it looks like over here. So this is ready for someone to come in and have a baby. This is what the bathroom looks like. Okay, standard bathroom. Pretty standard. Shower. They typically don't shower over here. They shower on postpartum typically, but if they're here and want to shower, they can. So what it looks like. So I just wanted to show you again what an L&D room looks like before someone enters it. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna bring a patient up soon. I just want to show you these. This is what we place over a door when the baby passes away, fetal demise. And this is what we place when we have an adoption on the door. So that way people know when they see these signs, fetal demise, adoption, that they mean something. This one right here, you don't want to walk into a room asking about a baby when the baby's passed away. So this is what we put on the side of the doors for that. Hopefully that's been insightful for you. I just wanted to show you a few things here that you would never see in my videos otherwise. Check that. All right, and like that, it's done. I worked for 3 hours. I had a COVID positive patient, and some people believe that it don't happen in OB, but it does. And luckily, they're testing everyone that comes in for it. So therefore, we're catching the people who are even asymptomatic, which this patient was asymptomatic. So no symptoms, but again, positive. So we have to go ahead and put her in negative pressure room. Put her in a negative pressure room and gown up just like you do with everybody else. So that's basically it. This is how we have to do. This is how I spent my last shift. No complaints, no complaints, no complaints at all. So, yeah. So it is now 1:15. I'm in my car, and that was different. That was very different. So as you know, I don't do labor and delivery. I'm an OB nurse. I'm a postpartum nurse primarily. But we do get floated to L&D from time to time, usually to do a one-on-one, which is what I did today. I had one patient. She was COVID positive. However, when I got there, I really wasn't in a position to talk about it while on the floor because of the fact that I was in a new environment with other nurses and things like that. So I just didn't really want to break away. And if they needed me for something else, I wanted to be available for something else to help them out because, of course, they were busy. So as a postpartum nurse, you will get floated from time to time. This is a great opportunity to talk about that. You will get floated from time to time to other units, typically to nursery if you have a separate nursery, if not mother baby. But you do have a skill set that will have you float to labor and delivery to do certain things. So if she is a delivered patient, she's already had her baby, they can float you over there because maybe she's over there because her blood pressures are too high and she's a 1-to-1, but they have too many labor patients. So they require you to come over to watch their one patient while they can go take labor patients. And so that's kind of what happened today. She's a COVID positive mom who was asymptomatic. And if it wasn't for the fact that we actually test everybody coming into the hospital, they would have never known that she was COVID positive. Luckily for me, by the time I got here, because I got here late, like 10 something this morning. By the time I got here, the nurse had already did everything for her. She had already given her medication, given her water, everything like that. The only thing we were waiting on was for her to be discharged home and the baby to be discharged home. So with that being said, I never had a reason to go into the room. They showed me where the room was. They showed me which I showed you all what we do and all that, where we did change. But I never actually had to go in there to actually do anything for the patient. So I've never even seen the patient, walked in her room, touch her door or nothing. She was just the one that I was assigned to today in case I had to. But I was only on the clock till 1 o'clock, and after that there was not a need for me to come in and do anything, so I didn't have to do anything with her. And I'm grateful for that because I don't have to be as paranoid for the next 14 days. But again, when it comes to COVID, you all should be mindful that it's really not the ones who are symptomatic we should be worried about. That's kind of scary. If we wasn't a facility that tested everybody, every patient, we would have never known, and we would have come up positive potentially or been a carrier for this, you know. And so you have to be mindful that you need to wear your mask because you don't know who you're going to be around who definitely does have the virus or who does not have the virus. So that was a good eye-opener for me. And for those of you all who think that you're not going to see COVID in OB, well, today that dispelled that myth that you can't see COVID in OB. We're not the ones who are dealing with the ones who are dying and carrying on like that for sure, but you can have COVID OB patients. And in this particular case, the mom refused for the baby to be tested. So I don't know why, but anyway, that is what it is. So I don't know what happens with the baby or that situation at all. I'm not that well versed in it, but you can have COVID patients in OB. So hopefully that has showed you that. Today is my last day, I believe. I'm contemplating seeing if my manager will actually allow me to stay on but work with my schedule, since I am PRN anyway. I'm not sure yet, but because part of me feels like, well, not that I don't feel like, part of me knows that in order for you to be a very good professor, instructor in the classroom setting, you need to still have clinical experience. You still need to work in the hospital setting to actually deliver that good education to students about what goes on in the hospital. It changes so often and so regularly. We have to be mindful of that. And if we're not mindful of that at all, we're not teaching it because you're teaching something that happened 10 years ago, you're outdated. And like I tell everybody else, I walk in there today, I have been to work in about a month, probably about a month, close to a month, maybe 3 weeks or so. And I can't remember my passwords for nothing. So if I can't remember my passwords to the computers, you know I can't remember nothing else. So, and as time goes on, you lose your skill set, you use your agility, you lose how fast you are, how you think, because of the fact that you're no longer in that environment anymore. So part of me really wants to stay in the environment and still work PRN, but part of me knows that my schedule may not be conducive to it. And those 12-hour shifts are really killing me. I'm just getting too old for that. So it is what it is at this point in time. But this may be it for sure. I'm scheduled to work Monday, but I can't work Monday, so I'm going to have to call in. Yes, I'm going to have to call in because of the fact that I'm working my new job, which I just started yesterday. So anyway, I want to encourage you all who wants to stay in OB or stay in nursing to continue to do so, but just know when it's your time to go, when it's your time to leave. I'm not bitter. I'm not upset. I'm sad per se. It's the new beginnings. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet for sure. But it is what it is. It's time for me to go. I think. You never know. I may end up getting another job somewhere where I say, you know what, I really need to come back to bedside just to do a little bit here and there. But if I can find a job that doesn't require us to work so often, then I might be able to do that. But you never know. I might start a new adventure on a new job somewhere. You never know what I might end up doing. And honestly, I could probably do a travel assignment somewhere during the holidays and things like that. So, my bedside days are not over. It's just not a continuous thing where I'm on somebody's payroll every single day or every month or whatever to do this. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this insight into another area, into labor and delivery. That's not what I do in real life. But again, I got floated there today for 3 hours. It was quite pleasant. The nurses were very receptive of me being on their floor with them. They were so thankful for me coming and helping them do absolutely nothing. I think I picked up some flowers and I picked up flowers and I did some discharge paperwork. I printed the paperwork up and that's all I did. I never went into that patient's room. They asked me, they said, hey, would you mind at least printing the paperwork for us? I'm like, I'll print the paperwork up for you. I printed it up. They went and did the discharge teaching and did everything else. I did nothing. They were just so grateful for me to be there, and I'm so glad that they were grateful and receptive to me being there. And because sometimes L&D nurses can be kind of catty sometimes, and they can be kind of hateful. So these were not that today. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Thumbs this up. This may be the last one. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to the last one. If it isn't the last one, you won't see one for a while. But anyway, best wishes to you all who wants to come into OB. This is definitely the area that I'm so glad that I'm happy that I'm in. I love OB. I love moms and babies for the most part. And I love what I do as a nurse. It's just that it's time to go to academia to teach you all how to do this job. And that's that. As you can see, it's a beautiful hospital. It is a beautiful facility, as you can see. Beautiful facility, and this is it. This is 14 years and I'm done. Been 14 years. And that's it. So that's it. 14 years at that facility. Actually, not that facility. I've been to two different hospitals. That's a newer hospital. I started at the old hospital, which, you know, the old hospital of where I work at was where I was born at, actually. So that's a little known fact. Where I work at, same hospital, new building though, is where I was born at. So that's what makes it ironic as well. I was born at the very hospital. Again, not the building, but the name that I was born at. And so my girls were born at the old hospital, and my sons were born here at this hospital. So that's bittersweet too. My sons, both my boys, were born here while I worked here. And so it is what it is, you know. It's a lot of great memories here, a lot of bad ones too, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's it. Right now I'm about to head to Ulta. So yeah, let's go to Ulta. Let's go to Ulta and celebrate. Let's go shop. So we'll see what they have at Ulta. I'm actually taking some things back to Ulta because I didn't like them at all. So we will continue this vlog, do a little shopping. Let's see what Ulta has. See you at the store. All right, so let's head to Ulta. See what we can get. Retail therapy. Finest. Let's see what they got. So I'm not sure what I'm getting yet. Ooh, I've always wanted those. I think I'll get some of those. And I think I want to try these Morphe products. I'm just not sure which ones. All right, so we just finished with Ulta, and I didn't want to really record a lot in there because of the music. Didn't want to get copyright. So I'm going to show you the things that I picked up from Ulta real quick. We're going to do a mini haul. And I took some things back because, let me take this off. I took some things back because it did not look good. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I do makeup hauls all the time. All the time. So, I picked up 4 things. And one thing I picked up was this Morphe 35C Everyday Chic palette. I don't have anything from Morphe. I'll open it up. Well, let's see if I can open it now. I don't have anything from Morphe in terms of eyeshadow palettes. So I thought I would get one today. All right, so that's what it looks like right there. Pretty colors. They are all like shimmery and I don't know. I just wanted some different colors this time. I don't have any greens in my eyeshadow arsenal. So I thought I would get some. This is the Fruit Fetish spray. It is these are limited edition, but they smell great. I love these. So I now have every scent, I think. I have the other ones at home. And I also got 2 lip balms. One is the Kiwi Watermelon lip balm. And the other one is the Blueberry Acai lip balm. So I love lip balms. I use them all the time. I love these. So that's what I got today from Ulta. Now, because I didn't eat lunch, I'm headed to Popeyes. And I shouldn't be, I'm all sweaty. I shouldn't be eating Popeyes, but you know, we don't have a Popeyes near where I live, so I always like to stop by Popeyes when I'm in town and get me some chicken tenders because I didn't eat lunch today. All right, so we're headed to Popeyes now, and then that be it. All right, so I am back. I am oily, as you can see. It's the end of the day. It is actually 5:59 or 6 o'clock at night, 1800 at night. I just been out and about and just doing things. I took that palette back. I didn't like it. Once I opened it up, I realized that the colors were too light for my skin tone. So I took it to another Ulta, and so took it back. But anyway, basically, I did have my Popeyes. It was great. I didn't eat all of it, but I had my Popeyes. But I wanted to finish this vlog up by saying that, you know, don't be afraid to go into different areas and try different things. When it's your turn to float, don't act a fool like I usually do. Today I didn't. I was not really happy about going into work, but as you know, it is what it is. It was my last day. But definitely learn all you can learn. And I don't know. I said earlier that I might be done with bedside. And for the most part, I probably am for now. But I can't say I won't ever revisit it again. Like I said earlier, I may do travel nursing or just find a job closer to my house where I'm not driving an hour and 15 minutes away. Because I think it's very important to continue to do bedside just to keep those clinical skills up, so you have something to actually teach nursing students. You can't teach something you don't do. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this vlog slash work vlog slash shopping Ulta haul type thing. And chit chat, shall I say. And now I am headed home. I have been shopping for makeup and stuff like that, but I'm headed home to my kids. And definitely thumbs this video up. Subscribe, like, comment, share, the usual. As usual, let's chat in the comments. And until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.